own stuff. 100 and some offices. Should be centralized stuff. So.
I have the floor. Since we're talking purchasing agent, I'm a purchasing agent too for an authority belonging to the state of New Jersey. I don't know what that has to do with the mayor's seat per se. And the remark from Mayor Langford about he did the budget, it's council's budget, not the mayor's budget at that particular point in time. We did try to privatize trash pickup. It was not cost effective at that time when we looked into it. The audit report, we address issues on the audit report every year when the report comes out. Those memos are sent to various people and forwarded to those departments that are supposed to take care of that. We think most of the time these things are addressed. Sometimes they're not. They're in the same report the following year. We try to address all those concerns. We are hopefully in the very near future, because of the reval, because that was mentioned, that was done at the peak at the market. Well, there is no more peak. We're at the bottom of the market. So through my committee, we're asking for a citywide assessment of all those properties again. I gave a price tag the other night of $1 million. The mayor corrected me and said it was $500,000. That's good news because maybe this reassessment can happen quicker than later. The Kelly Act. The Kelly Act is trash pickup in condos and hotels, things of that nature, where these people contract trash people to come pick up their containers. We're supposedly beginning in the process now of picking that. We're going to pick, the city's going to contract and pick up those materials, and we should save a lot of money that way because now they're going to be subject to us not picking any vendor they want to pick up their trash. It saves a lot of money. And tomorrow night, I would say we're selling 95% of all city. We're going to put up for sale 95% of all city property. We shouldn't be in the real estate business. We should try to make money to lower taxes. Thank you.
Can I ask,
yes.
You're talking about assessments of the peak of the market.
Rebound. It's done at the peak.
But as far as the bottom line goes, how's that going to save you money? Where's the money coming from? That's just how the taxes are allocated. It's not.
Well,
how much is coming in.
It'll change. It'll change
What's
numbers.
the bottom line? Well, it's not going to change how much money.
Well, in reality, when we did that reval, I'll give you a figure of $1 billion on a casino property. They were paying $33 million a year.
Okay, now
You know what their payment is now?
Okay, what your point then is.
Do you know what the payment is?
Your point
Half.
now is that the wealth will shift from the homes to the casinos. Do you have reason to believe?
Let's all share in that burden.
What if they are. What if the opposite were true? Do you have reason to believe that the value of the casinos hasn't dropped more than the value of the homes? Because if that would be the case, not only wouldn't you make any more money, the average homeowner would end up spending more money.
We won't have an average homeowner if this keeps up. People are going to lose their homes.
I'm trying to understand why a reassessment is going to result in more money. I don't understand.
Like Joe said, he's paying $800
$800 a quarter.
But
on
your tax rate is struck.
Well, then
How
that's
much
and
money-
that's
It's
what
the same pot.
and that money that we get from the taxes is what we have to operate. Government's not supposed to operate.
It works the other way around. You have a budget. You need to raise X number of dollars for your budget. That is then taxed among the properties. It's not the other way around.
I know.
So you start with the amount of your budget. The only way that you can really lower is lower your budget. Reassessing isn't going to bring more money.
No, reassessment won't bring in any more money, but it will certainly keep the homeowner in that home longer than normal. We're on a 5-year. We're on a 5-year phase-in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Denny, I'm sorry, you can continue. I have to leave. I want to thank you for inviting me. November 3rd at the victory party. Should I win, you're all invited. And if I don't win, we're going to have a victory party anyway. You're still all invited.
You got it.
God bless you. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And I just wanted to add
Where
one
was
thing.
I?
When
I
everybody,
wasn't done.
well, you guys have been talking for a while. I
Oh.
just wanted to respond to one thing that
40% of
I'm not against ratables. I'm pro-development. If you look at my policies, if you look at where I am on the issues, and in fact, I'm so much in favor of pro-casino development that if you check out Casino Connection magazine, the publisher endorsed me and my vision for the casinos with development. And so I'm not only am I a tax hawk with regard to cutting spending, I also am very much in favor of bringing new development to Atlantic City, which, in other words, would be ratables.
Well, a couple of things. I believe that council can check with the state real estate office, up with the treasurer, and they can find out what the index is on the market right now, and they could pass an ordinance putting the reassessment at that level. They should check that out, as well as the consumer price index. They doubled our taxes, 100%, not 3% or 2% or 5%, 100%. They got all the money, but they don't have any money. They don't have any money for anything. You check with them, ask them that. Oh, we don't have any money.
Let's talk about capital improvements in the city.
Sure.
Tell us your priorities for capital improvements, and specifically, I think we would have liked to ask the mayor this: why is the boardwalk falling into the ocean in the inlet?
From the
Sure. In response to the last part of your question, it's because the city, it's as if they're allergic to doing regular maintenance of city assets. There should be better regular maintenance of the boardwalk. There should be better regular repavement of all city streets. So that way you don't wait until there's a disaster and then you have to spend lots of money and possibly bond or create a huge budget hole. With regard to capital improvements, I would relate that to what would be my 4-year term. The first 2 years would be focusing on spending cuts. We would stay about even with the capital improvement fund and what's allocated to that. In the 3rd and 4th year, I would like to float a referendum to bond money to replace whatever areas of the boardwalk developers have not agreed to replace. Thinking in particular the area in front of Revel, but also I'd like the boardwalk again to expand all the way north to south, so that way you can go on a nice bike ride in the morning, and that can be one of the amenities that are offered here in Atlantic City to complement the casinos and complement everything else in town. So succinctly, the first 2 years are mainly focused on spending cuts, keeping capital improvement even. The 3rd and 4th year through using referendum, allowing the voters to have a say-so, and should we go out and bond more money. 3rd and 4th year, I'd like to make some big-time investments in capital improvement.
Well, you know it and I know it. The city's falling apart. Total neglect of everything that's going on. No cameras on the streets for public safety. No lights on the boardwalk. Your question, James, the boardwalk's fallen down. It's been neglected over the years. Back in the day, one guy took care of that boardwalk named Jack Morris, and he did a fabulous job all by himself. Here, a whole city can't even keep their boardwalk in foundational shape. Not only that, they lost a complete boardwalk in the inlet. I think that's what you were referring to. There's no boardwalk. The main boardwalk's fallen down. There's so much wrong. No maintenance. Now, I would prefer new CRDA legislation at the state level where the city gets a cut of that money. The city has never received a direct cut of the casino reinvestment money. Although they build housing, the city has never received any direct funds from CREDA, and that new legislation should direct funds to the city of Atlantic City, but take it out of the hands of everyone by earmarking it. If computers needed in police cars or cameras, it should be earmarked right for that specific purpose, and not let the mayor council form of government get their hands on that money. They spend it like it's water, and there's none there. And they didn't receive $11 million. They were short $11 million in receiving last year.